Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my garden slash outside space slash garage. Today we are here to make yet again another winter sewing video. This is another winter sewing video in a long series of sewing videos for this season, the 2019 garden. So this year for winter sewing, instead of using the milk jugs, I'm doing something just a little bit different. Last year I had way too many milk jugs, so this year I'm kind of taking a approach to winter sewing that uses a low tunnel. With that said, if you have not seen the very first video talking about the low tunnel this year, feel free to go to my YouTube channel page and find the search bar on my YouTube channel page and type in winter sewing and unheated greenhouse, and you should be able to find that very first video where it talks about my low tunnel, how I built my low tunnel, how I set up the low tunnel, and pretty much everything else you need to know about the process of what I'm doing here in this video. Winter sewing in a low tunnel, this is the first time I've ever done it. It's new to me, essentially starting seeds in an unheated greenhouse, but that's new to me. It's something I've never done, so I wanted to make sure and record my experience for you guys so I can share it with you guys. Really just focusing on starting some really great, vegetable seeds and flower seeds and perennial flowers and herbs and perennial herbs without the use of grow lights, because I know for a lot of people that can be, it's pretty expensive and can get pretty expensive, and we're just out to get really the best garden possible for our money. So hopefully this is helpful. Let's get right on into this. Today we're going to be winter sowing some Rudbeckia. Now, depending upon the type of Rudbeckia that you wish to sow, sometimes Rudbeckia can be a little bit tricky to start from seed, especially when you're attempting to start it from seed, indoors. It seems like some varieties really can benefit from, the fluctuation in temperature or fluctuation in moisture. And luckily for a lot of us, winter sowing is a great way to really take all the guesswork away and just sow the Rudbeckia seeds and let nature take care of them. And we usually, at least I usually, here in my zone, in my garden, have had really great success with, the winter sowing Rudbeckia. I should mention, if you want to winter sow Rudbeckia in a milk jug or container, you can go to my main channel page and find that little search bar in my channel page and type that in. And I do have tons of videos showing winter sowing Rudbeckia as well as the end result, the seedlings, the transplant, everything. It all should be there. If you can't find it, just leave a comment. I'll try to help as best as I can to find it for you. But Rudbeckia is a great addition to the cut flower patch. Depending upon where you live and what type of Rudbeckia you plan to grow, they can behave as perennials or short-lived perennials. And I even know a few people who kind of treat some varieties as annual flowers, which you can also do when you get this nice jump head start on, the seedlings. Winter sowing, when the seedlings are winter sowed, seeds rather, not seedlings, are winter sowed, I do usually get the flowers to bloom the first year from planting, which is always an excellent, attribute, especially if you have a small yard or small garden, or you're on a budget and you can't buy all these perennials, and you can't just sit around waiting for them to bloom eventually. So that's always just another amazing bonus, is like, okay, I can grow it from seed. Oh, it'll bloom the first year. Fantastic. This is great. So all I'm going to do, of course, for winter sowing these Rudbeckia, I'm just going to grab a seed tray. Of course, as always, if you've been following along in the series, you've seen me fill up seed trays with soil 1,000 times. I use a potting mix. You can use a seed starting mix. It's no big deal. It's really whatever you have available to you. Once I've done that, I am just going to lightly surface sow these Rudbeckia seeds into the seed tray. You can make them as dense or as sparse as you would like. You guys know me. I have the habit of planting way too many seeds in one tray. I'm trying to get better at it, but sometimes I still do it on accident. Anyway, once I've surface sowed these seeds, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to firm these seeds down into the soil as best as possible. Most Rudbeckia seeds are extremely teeny tiny, so I'm not going to cover it or sow seeds that are extra small. So after I have firmed this down with my hands, I'm just going to take this seed tray outside and I'm going to lightly mist it with my garden mist hose attachment. And we are going to make sure that this soil is very well saturated. Reason we want to do this, it seems to help with the germination, and especially when the plants are finally getting established. It also contributes to the humidity levels in the low tunnel or in your winter sowing bottle. So it really is important to really focus on, keep checking on maintaining that moisture level in these containers and in the low tunnel, because that is going to be something that is very, very essential and the key to success with your planting. Once spring rolls around, I should have some really, really nice seedlings that are going to be transplanted into the garden. And of course, since these are perennials, you can transplant them a little earlier before, you know, the last frost date, but you know, nothing too crazy because these are seedlings. We want to try to protect them and give them the best start as possible. But once planted out, we shouldn't have any trouble with transplant shock or anything like that, and we should have some really beautiful flowers for this year's garden. That's really about it for this one. Let me know all about it down in the comments below. Let me know your experiences. I would love to hear, you know, what's going on in your garden, how, you know, how this is done in your garden, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We would absolutely love to have you hit that little subscribe button right there and that little bell icon. If you hit that little bell icon, it'll tell you whenever I post a new video. Share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Putting new videos out pretty frequently. It could be gardening, it could be soap making, it could be just some random DIY project that I saw on the internet and I wanted to give it a try myself. If you like a surprise, you might like this channel. I hope that you guys are having such an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys.